When narcissists discover the true value of an empath, this is what happens. Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that's both intriguing and relatable: the surprising realization narcissists often face when they lose someone valuable in their lives. It's a phenomenon that's especially intriguing when it comes to empaths like many of you. Empaths, with their deep empathy and caring nature, often catch narcissists off guard. The contrast between their genuine compassion and the narcissist's self-centered behavior can be stark. Yet, despite their initial mistreatment, narcissists may find themselves yearning to mend things once they've lost an empath's valuable presence. It's a puzzling dynamic, but one that sheds light on the power of empathy and the impact it can have on even the most self-absorbed individuals. So, let's explore this fascinating topic together and uncover the nuances of these complex interpersonal dynamics. After a big breakup, we often find ourselves doing some serious soul-searching. Our ability to empathize and understand others sets us apart. As we start to heal and move forward, the narcissist might suddenly realize just how important we were to them. They begin to see our true worth and remember all the things that made us special. They might even catch themselves comparing us to their current partner and reminiscing about the deep connection we once shared. But let's be real, when narcissists admit they messed up in the past, it's usually pretty shallow. To them, it's all just a game. They might try to reach out to us, but it's not easy, especially if we've already started to heal and closed them out. They'll keep tabs on us, even if we've blocked them on social media. They might even use fake accounts to spy on us, like they're checking in on an old friend. It's all part of their fantasy of getting back together, even if it's totally unrealistic. This video is made for anyone struggling to face the truth after a narcissistic relationship and finding it hard to move forward. To help you navigate the post-breakup journey with a narcissist, we've laid out the top 5 hurdles you're likely to face. If you want to dive deeper into this topic, hit subscribe and the bell icon. But before we get started, let me ask you this: where do you find it toughest to face reality? Which truths are the hardest for you to accept? Share your journey in the comments and let's support each other through it. It's like the whole relationship was just one big illusion that came crashing down. Every part of it was fake. We didn't just invest our emotions, our whole selves were wrapped up in it. We trusted the narcissist completely, thinking they were the one we'd been waiting for. But reality turned out to be so different. We ended up feeling hurt, deceived, and worthless. But remember, we're not alone in this. We're all in it together, supporting each other as we heal and move forward. Coming to terms with the fact that the whole story was a lie means facing the truth about every part of it, whether it was good or bad. It's about realizing that the person who once seemed so perfect was never real at all. If you start to see it as all just one big act, it's like accepting that the terrible things they did during the relationship were actually who they are deep down. This realization can be so shocking that it leaves you feeling completely stunned, like you're witnessing something too awful to believe, like seeing someone get stabbed right in front of you. You might start to question everything, wondering if anything you experienced was actually real or if it was all just a joke. The idea that someone could be so cruel and deceitful can be impossible to wrap your head around, especially if you've been through gaslighting, abuse, or trauma. When the truth finally hits you, it's like being struck dumb, trying to make sense of something so unbelievably evil. And then there are the good times you shared, which now seem tainted by the realization that they were all just part of the narcissist's manipulation. It's a real mind bender. In those moments of kindness, the narcissist was actually feeding off your insecurities and doubts, creating this weird split in your mind. Trying to figure out what was real and what was fake becomes this huge puzzle. Coming to terms with the fact that even the happy memories were all just a lie is a huge step forward. It means letting go of a big part of your past. Holding on to the hope that those good times were real is tempting, but accepting that they were all fake means saying goodbye to any chance of looking back on your past with happiness and fondness. It's like realizing that your whole history is just darkness and emptiness. Admitting that the happy moments were all just tricks is like facing the harsh truth that someone you trusted tricked, used, and manipulated you. It's tough to unravel the illusion of those supposedly good times because the narcissist was so good at painting a picture of a perfect future, only to reveal a harsh reality when the veil falls. Just like narcissists, they start the relationship with big promises, making you believe in a future that seems too good to be true. It's like being under a spell where reality gets mixed up with fantasy. But when you finally see that the future they promised was all a lie, it hits you hard. The love they claimed, the financial security they promised, the intimacy they offered, it all turns out to be empty, leaving you in a world of pain and struggle. Their whole strategy was to bait you with false hope and then use you to get what they wanted. They never cared about your feelings, they only cared about themselves. Another thing narcissists do is deny you closure. Instead of giving you answers and letting you move on, they just disappear, leaving you with a bunch of unanswered questions. This leaves you stuck, unable to move forward because you're always wondering what went wrong. But you can't rely on the narcissist for closure. You have to find it within yourself by facing your feelings and understanding what really happened. It's also important to learn about narcissism so you can see the reality of the situation and start to heal. Getting free from their grip and moving on depends on seeing things for what they really are. Think about how narcissists used you for their own gain. Realizing this can really hit you hard, making you feel like your self-worth has taken a hit. But it's important to know that it's not your fault. The narcissist twisted things, lied to you, and manipulated you to get what they wanted. It's not because you're flawed, it's because they're manipulative. When things were tough, you were stuck in survival mode, either fighting, running away, or feeling paralyzed. The narcissist made it even harder by messing with your head, making it tough to think clearly. You might wonder why you let yourself get treated that way, but remember, you didn't have much control over the situation. As you start to feel more in control, you might ask yourself, how did I let that happen? Or why didn't I do something about it? But the truth is, the blame doesn't fall on you. You're not responsible for the way you were treated. It takes time to realize that you were treated like a tool, used up, and then tossed aside when you were no longer useful. But once you do, it's a big step toward healing and moving forward. Understanding that you were manipulated and taken advantage of is a tough pill to swallow. It makes you question your worth and confidence. But remember, the burden of shame and guilt isn't yours to carry. The narcissist's tactics, like gaslighting and abuse, were meant to control and exploit you, making it hard for you to think clearly and react. As we come to the end, it's essential to grasp that a narcissist's reappearance isn't a gesture of genuine affection, but a calculated move for manipulation. Whether they're using charm or provocation, their goal remains asserting dominance and securing their narcissistic supply. Protecting your well-being means steadfastly embracing the strategy of no contact. By shutting down communication channels and fortifying your emotional boundaries, you deny the narcissist the reactions they seek. Seek solace in the support of trusted friends and family who understand and uplift you. Remember, silence holds immense power in thwarting the narcissist's tactics.